Okay, this is video 6, I believe, of my East Coast 3D Gecko build. I'm getting pretty close to being done here, so I'm getting kind of excited. Hope you're enjoying this live build as I go along and work on it. It's been pretty cool. You know what? I probably should mute myself. There we go. Let's see here. So yeah, we'll get tearing back into this again and try to get as much done tonight, if not everything done tonight, as we can. Got to try to remember where I was with all these screws and stuff scattered all over the place. So looks like this is going to go have rails. I don't like how that holds itself up like that. That's what it says to do, though. Let's see. So I have a bag full of this kind of stuff. So I need an M4 M410 screw. Oh, so this is telling me, which I didn't do, these need to be tightened to fair. It says the M3 screws at all four corners, or tighten. Sorry, wow, tighten the M3 screws at all four corners by a fair bit, so that there are more room to adjust the bed leveling afterwards. Or it should be there is, but sometimes the translation doesn't come through as cleanly as you wish. Let's see. So I'll crank this down a little bit to give us that extra room. So now. So I'll just get to screw all these in. Oh crap. I may have compressed it too far. Just realizing there is like no give on that at all. So yeah, you need to tighten down enough so that you have a little bit extra give, but not so much that you over tighten it. Okay. Now, are these the M4s that I'm looking for? I think they are. So I did have somebody on the Facebook group today tell me that they actually used a hammer to drive this throat back, and that if you leave it out like I have, you run into some jamming issues. So I think I may have to do that at some point too, and that's not something I'm looking forward to, because getting that on was a royal pain in the butt. I would say that has been the hardest part of this whole build process, was getting that extruder together. And from what I've been reading online, it doesn't sound like I'm the only one that has that issue. But on the plus side, once you've gotten past that issue, it's not so bad. The rest of this has basically just been read the instructions, follow the instructions, and go. Even for me, who's a total Core XY neophyte, I felt like I've gotten a pretty good hang of this. You know what? I bet if I went backwards with this, like so, this would be a lot easier to put together. Oops. Be careful of this fan wire. You don't want it sticking out like mine just was. That could have been bad. There we go. A little loose. I need to loosen these a little bit. I didn't have the square on the bottom. There we go. It shifted, darn it. There we go. There we go. So now, let's see. So we'll flip this over. Now we're going to put on, the back panel with the AC on it, which is going to go on the bottom here. Let's see. Let's move some windows around here. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. So let's get a better view for the camera. So this is going to go like so because we've got these tabs, these big tabs, which I think you can see like there. Those are the tabs. They'll go on the bottom, or the tabs will face up, and I'll put the AC, it looks like, on the right side. It actually says to flip the machine sideways to do this, which I can do that. It looks like it says the M3. Oh. Doesn't look like I get squeezed. I don't know that. It's not good having one of your power wheels pop off. So all of them except this one are crimped. So any bets that has something to do with this falling off? Okay. So this comes in from the outside. Got three leads here. Now, I want this to be up, on, down, off. So let's flip that around. There we go. So that's on, that's off. So now I need to find an M312. Wow, that's a long M3 screw. Let's need that. Let's see, this is C10. Let's see if C10 is out, or that might be the other one that I've got C12 in there. I'm guessing it's these two. This is just pure conjecture at this point, because things have pretty much bounced all around now. I'm not entirely sure where all the pieces and parts are. So, looks like these go on the outside. This is the one mod that I keep meaning to do on my TiVo Tarantula, is adding a decent power switch. I actually have the switch already. I just need to install it. I think I've got, if it's not this exact same one, it's one that's very, very similar because they look identical. They both have the fuse in them and everything. Uh-oh. Crap, I just felt it fall. This is fairly thick carpet I'm building on, so it's not a nice I just went over my my lead here. There we go. As the days go on, this thing becomes more and more painful. I've actually got this velcroed in over here to try to keep the slack away from my wheels. Okay, so do this one more time. Go. So there we go again. And you know what I forgot to do? Pull plastic off. I don't know if I should just leave it on since it's only on the inside. I think I may just leave it on since it's only on the inside of this. Okay, so we're not going to mess with that for the moment. This is going to take a bunch of screws, it looks like. So here is the M3/8 and that drive. And it's like, I was looking over here for something. I couldn't remember what it was. I need the stepper motor. There we go. So this is the bad boy that goes on here on the bottom. Let's see. So if I face the plug up, I think that'll work better. Huh. these out into a bag. Okay. So I'm going to put the stepping motor with the connector up here, which is here's the power supply. I know you can't really see it. The power supply is up here, so I'm going to face this towards the power supply, and also the PC board up there. I'm guessing that is where all control is going to be based out of. So, trying to think ahead with the direction the stepper or the connectors go. Another anecdote from when I was putting my tarantula together, my Y stepper motor, I wasn't paying attention at all to that connector, and when I assembled it, it was facing directly down. So that was a real mess up. So I had to basically cut all the belts off or the zip ties holding them together and everything so that I could get back in there and get that all fixed up. That was exciting. Okay, maybe next not exciting. Annoying? Yeah, probably more annoying. So the reason I'm saying is I just realized that the other belt is here, and it's not. Wow, this geared motor does not want to move. So I'm going to take the geared motor off again, and I'm going to put this piece. It says the double-headed 2GT. Not entirely sure what that means, but I need to install that on, I think, first before I do the rest of this. And the only reason why I have to do that is I can't twist the shaft on the stepping motor. It's too heavy or too strong. So I can't put the grub screws in the right location. They're right up, because if I did, it'd be right up against the base plate. That's not going to work. So there we go. Tighten this grub screw up some more. And that's weird. Yeah. Aha. Thought I was tightening the grub screw. Wrong hex wrench. That's why it's acting so strange. There we go. There we go. So now that'll go right into this connector, and I will screw these in yet again. Let's move this so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So, going here with that. This is much easier without that on there. So anyhow, earlier when I was acting a little confused, I realized that I put it on about where it looked like it wanted it to be on the paper, but then I realized that I can pretty much scoot it any way I want to get that to fit right. And as a guess, I would think more to the center is probably better, so that it's not exerting more pressure on one side than the other. Oh, come on. There we go. So let's cinch these up one more time. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to do this. There we go. Now we'll release these two grub. Oh, actually, I guess I hadn't really tightened that up that much to begin with. Now that these are in place, I'll cinch this down. Now in theory, when it moves, it'll move everything. Okay. Now, I will lay it on its side. There we go. That's going to require some decent running of the wires. Let's get that cleaned up, isn't it? So you'll probably have an advantage over me trying to assemble this. I have a giant light right in my eyes. Try and look this direction. Maybe we'll take the plastic off. I don't know if that's what's creating the problems or not, but as good a reason as any. Care a whole lot about that because all this leftover plastic's on the inside. So like that, like so. There we go. So that is flush. Now, I'm guessing that these are the three I need here because there's only 3 of these in here. Okay, I've got another set of needle nose pliers I'm going to grab. I will be right back. No, there is not that much room in here. So here we go. Around here. And we're back again. Okay. So I've got these really fine needle nose pliers. I'm hoping this will work a little better for me. Reach in there a little further for this piece. Or, not. Be a little careful with this because I'm right-handed. I'm trying to do this left-handed. Well, there's one in. I don't really know the easy way of doing this. It's just kind of a pain in the butt to try to get in there. Just gotta kind of hope to get it in there and have it work. Now, what did I do with the last one that I was having issues with? Okay. Seen it under there. Aha, just left it right in the middle of the table. Oh, that was stupid. Okay. So, I think what I'm doing here is basically I'm just pinching this on the very edge of the hex nut, like so. Just pinching the side of the hex nut here, sliding it in, and then hoping to grab it with my finger, or push it further in with my finger. There we go. At least hold it with my finger, and then let the bolt gain purchase on it, and then I can screw it in, like so. now, I think I may have done that wrong. I can actually almost guarantee you that I did those out of order, that I should have done these for, do I have 4? Oh, I do have 4. Okay, that's what I was looking for. These must have got mixed up sometime last night. Okay, so I'm thinking that I'm kind of, oh, no matter which way I do this, I may try doing this a different way. So let's see if I can slide these in without losing them all. Not too worried about the T-nuts because I actually have a baggie of them. Go. So I'm measuring how far in I need to push this. There we go. Okay, while I'm thinking on this for a second, I'm going to look for that T-nut that went flying. See if I can find it without having to go into my other ones. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay, so this one of those ones kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because oh, what I was going to say, damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if I pull these ones out that I did earlier, still trying to put this on and then trying to line these up is still going to create massive issues. Though I suppose these had already be screwed on at least. So there is that, I guess. This is just not an easy one here. Not in the least. Let's see. My biggest concern about leaving it on the floor is I've got a 1-year-old who likes to like crawl around all the time. And if it hits the floor, he's going to find it. I just don't like leaving anything on the floor because of that. That thing did go flying out this direction. Aha! Okay. I'm going to take this part. I think I built this in the wrong order. Which is a royal pain in the butt because these are not fun to get in. Oh, I never even got all tightened up. Actually, with them out, these come out pretty easy. You know, this is getting a little ridiculous. Okay. So now, pull this off as nicely. Ah, that makes me sad. Okay. Now, put these on. T-nuts on here. The small ones. And another T-nut. So this part is quickly shaping up to be a little problematic too, though I did realize I missed a piece in the instructions. It said to do this piece first. Goes to show you, everybody, read the instructions first. It'll save you pain and suffering down the road. Jay's done a very good job of working out a lot of the kinks to try to make this work better. Okay, I'm still missing. Oh, no, I'm not. It still's in there from before. So here's another one. Give me 1 second. My wife and daughter just came home. I'm going to put this on mute so I can talk to them for a second while I get this piece done. Nobody's going to miss anything here. And I'm back. Oh. This one is not a happy piece to try to get together. Try to get these lined up in here. We all know how much fun these nuts are to try to get in. And then on top of that, I need to get this aligned. I'm just gonna probe this to make sure. I don't think that it's. Yeah, no? Oh, looks like it is. My experience, if they're loose enough, when you start twisting, they usually tighten up. But that one didn't. Huh. Neither of these are spinning well in there. Well, hopefully both bit, but if they didn't, at least one bit, because I can't move that now. Okay, hopefully those will be strong. Now to put these back in yet again. So again, I would just grab them by the edge. There we go. Oops. Need the right piece here. There we go. I move this bolt over here. Make it easier to get to with that hand. There we go. Put it in place. And get this in. Try to. Okay. There we go. Basically what I'm doing here is just making sure that these edges are up a little bit. So not being, seriously, these are loose. After all of that, okay, let's try doing it this way. I was wondering if that would hold or not. Okay. So that's in pretty darn tight. That's one that is loose. Okay. I feel any looseness there. So I think, yeah, that's secured now. Now let's flip this. I think I need on the bottom. I still need to get to the bottom. So let's flip this on its side. There we go. Things might a bit heavy. Okay. Okay, done with that step now. Now the next step. That's what I've already done. Oh, put the heated glass bed on. It looks like this switches. Sorry about that. So, so now I think I'm seeing why people have said that the wiring is kind of painful. This looks like all settings. Yeah. Okay. Now flip this over. Oh, so what I was going to say about the wiring on this is that it looks like there's a simple wiring diagram, so you kind of need to know where everything goes. I think that'll make it a little more difficult to actually figure out where everything goes. Okay. So here's the heat bed. Here is the glass plate. It feels like build tack or something like that on top. Ow. That hurt. Being that this is a 3M, I believe this should tape on here, but I am going to confirm on the forums first. Just want to make sure. So I'm guessing the black is the thermistor. It's already wired. Then these are the bed. So I'm going to hold off on the heated bed for a moment. But I am going to put the glass bed on, because it looks like I want you to do that to figure out where the Z goes. Actually, kind of like that clamp. That's kind of nice. It's looking more and more like a finished printer, isn't it? Okay, so now let's figure out where these pieces all go. I'm gonna grab the old instructions just to make sure. The old instructions, I don't know if that glass bed is supposed to be in different. No, I don't know. Okay. So now we need C12, which is the one with the. There we go. Here is C12. There we go. So here are the 3 end stops here. And here is stuff. All sorts of stuff. So I'm not entirely sure that I saw these. These will go in corners to help square it up. I may have to go back through these instructions, see if I missed those somewhere. I don't see them, or if they were an added-in part that came later. I don't know. Okay, so looking at these, I'm not even totally sure where each of them should go. So I believe that's what I want. Or not. Thinking these might just be a little tight, or some of them more so than others. Dang it. Okay, so the x-axis stop, I believe. Okay, I think I see it now. I believe it's this piece off the back side, which you can't really see here. Let's see. So it's right here on the stepper. It's on the back side. It's really the only place that it could go on the back side of this. And looks like the lever goes up. I think this is the other aspect that I've read about a bit. What to do with the cables. Really don't need myself in the middle of everything. Okay. This goes, yeah, it's going to go to that middle end stop there, to the rail over there. Oops. Well, that's kind of a pain. There's just some weird clearance in that. That's the reason why I feel so odd or so awkward. Okay. Oh, I never tightened down the Z motor, so I'm gonna have to do that too. So what I'm doing here is I should have, actually, I think I've got one extra one of these. That's what's throwing me off. Well, I have one too many of this one. go. So if this goes all the way over here, and it won't go all the way. Go all the way back here. Oh, I wonder if it's supposed to be on the inside. No, it says it's supposed to be on the outside. It's crashing into this piece here somehow. So those are a little long. Grab the wrong ones. I feel like this is the night of failures. Holy cow. Keep doing the wrong ones here. Okay, that one didn't come out. So now I need to figure out what I did with the other piece. When I pulled this out, did I drop it? It is possible that it fell through this crack. I don't remember seeing, hearing, or feeling anything go that direction. This is definitely the wrong one. I may have to run to the store, buy this other piece. I think, well, yeah, these are the same lengths and those are the same lengths. So either I dropped one and didn't pay attention to it, or I'm missing one. And I would say either of them is a possibility. Probably about equal considering the mess that this desk is. So I'll just leave that with one, that ends up one for the moment. So now for the Y stop, now I believe that's going there. Let's make sure this works. Yeah, that works. Oops, that's not gonna work. So I believe what this is showing me is the print head. So this goes towards the wheel and faces downward. I believe it's these that are slightly longer. These that are slightly longer yet again. These are more what I was thinking would go through. Yeah. You know what? Oops. There we go. Ah, what a pain in the butt. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to assume right now if those are correct. So I can test them at a later time. Looks like this is going to be a little tricky. same. We want this. Just, whoops. That'll all have to be done. Well, it's hot, I believe. Okay. So I now have a green piece of aluminum here. Looks like this will go in like so. Just straight through, put a T-nut on the end. Put that straight through, put a T-nut on the end. I think after this piece, I think I'm gonna head off for the night. Oh. M 2.5 times by 10. So I think that was supposed to be over there. Don't know why. Well, it's the same length. Yeah, this is actually what I want here. Let's hope I do this right. So on here, looks like I want this orientation. I believe this is the orientation I want. And I want the... That sucked. Holy cow. Let's not lose both. Okay. So make sure you scoot out far enough if you're gonna get under, because that actually kind of hurt. Don't hit your head on the printer. Not a pleasant feeling. Okay, so now put this in here. Not sure why one side is always tighter than the other. That's just weird to me. Okay. a feeling these are going to need to be zip tied or something at some point. I'm really hoping all these end stops have the same length of cables. That would really suck if they don't. Let's see, put that up, put them in there. You know what, I think I should have kept this a little bit more to work with here. There we go. Now, okay, I just felt something hit the floor. Oh, that. Now, coming through for the end stop, it's one of these 30 millimeters. So I think, reading this, I think I need this to come out just I need this to go down a little further. So there's supposed to be 1 millimeter gap there. I think I lost the T-nuts going in correctly. Darn it. There we go. So I go all the way down, screw that in, put that to the locked position. There we go. Now I can adjust the plate as needed here. Okay. So the end stops are installed. I'm missing the one piece now. Looks like the last step, and I should be able to get this done, I hope tomorrow, is the wiring diagram. If you want to see something horrifying, have a look at this wiring diagram. That's what I get to figure out tomorrow. Excuse me. I really hope the wiring diagram has some colors in the power. Yellow ground, red lead, black neutral. That's what I was hoping it would be. At least in color it looks a lot better. It still is ugly though. But I can get it figured out. So I think I'm going to call that a night. So if you want to watch more of these videos, you can watch the previous ones to this, or hopefully the one after it on the install guide, and then I'll have some actual previews to show off what it's doing. And then eventually, probably a month after that or so, do an actual review after I've put plenty of print jobs through this. Again, my name's Kevin Rank. I run MakerFun3D.com. Thank you for joining me. Good night.